Yeah, it's garbage songs. You kick it off and help out with the words, and we'll make the worst songs that you've ever heard. Oh, it's garbage songs. Oh, it's garbage songs. Oh. It's garbage songs. You kick it off and help out with the words, and we'll make the worst songs that you've ever heard. It's garbage songs.
Hello and welcome to Garbage Songs and Happy Halloween. This is a special. We hope you're dressed up right now like we are. I wish we could see you, unless you're nude right now. I don't really want to see nude people as I speak because it would distract me from singing. I don't know if you know who we are.
Because you want to see nude people too much. That's the problem.
So I wouldn't be able to sing. I'd be too excited about nudity. But today I am an X-Wing, a humble X-Wing pilot from Star Wars. Maybe I can be like Shmo Damron, or whatever my Star Wars name should be.
Shmo Damron is a great Star Wars name.
Yeah, it can't be Michael Gregory. That's very lame. It would have to be like Mike Qualawan.
Is there a Star Wars name generator that would be so useful?
There should
if
be.
you were Shmo Damron. And I of course am Han Solo's compatriot and buddy from all the Star Wars movies, Tinky Winky. You remember him? He's one of your favorite Star Wars characters.
The co-pilot who's always just screaming, and Han understands him somehow. He's just screaming, Tinky Winky, and then they jump to light speed, you know, that guy. And Andrew, I just glanced over there, and Andrew's really creeping me out.
You really creeped me out.
I'm creeping myself out, but it's less about my appearance, and it's more about the amount of carbon dioxide I'm breathing right now.
Cool, yeah, you're probably getting lightheaded.
The ventilation of this mask is very poor, and I'm breathing my own exhalations in a way that eventually is going to cause minor to major brain damage.
It also looks child-sized. It's kind of perched on your face in a way that's like it's too small.
Yeah, the chin is poking into the chin, and the top of the forehead is poking into the middle of my forehead. It's for a smaller person than me.
So if Andrew passes out, it'll just add to the improvisation as you and us make up songs together. As you know, or don't know, on Garbage Songs, we take your suggestions, your 4 perfect suggestions, and make
one garbage song.
Or 4 garbage songs.
Well, 4 garbage songs.
4 garbage songs that then you vote on to choose the supreme one garbage song. So start hitting us with suggestions, and we can start percolating on what that song could be, what the style is, minor, major, slow, fast. I don't know. It's a collaboration.
Now, we have a special treat today, which is we can screen a little bit of this week's garbage song, the result from last week when we solicited spooky suggestions from you for today's Halloween release. And the suggestion that won last week was how people in horror movies are dumb. I mean, it's something we've all known, that when you're getting attacked by a ghost or a serial killer and you're in a horror movie, you seem to act dumber, making yourself more vulnerable.
We're not talking about horror movies being dumb. Horror movies are cool.
And very smart.
But why don't the people in a horror movie say, call the police?
Sure.
Why don't the people in the horror movie get gas for their backup generator before the storm hits?
Sure. Great ideas. And that demonstrates great preparedness. So we're going to screen for you right now this week's garbage song. Just a little piece of it so you can get a little taste, and you can go watch it on our second channel. We'll hit you with a link in a minute.
So suggestions. It takes 50 batteries to power the moon. A buyer merch song.
Horror movies are stupid?
Are you saying that horror movies themselves are stupid, or that just the population of the people in horror movies are foolish?
I think that.
Found in a case of beer with my friends. Parents are out of town, maximum win. We heard the upstairs window shatter. Don't call the cops, I'll go see what's the matter. What could go wrong now? What could go wrong now? It's probably just that storm outside, and has nothing to do with those 10 kids who died. What could go wrong now? What could go wrong now? This kind of reminds me what I heard on the news. That maniacal killer is still on the loose. This weekend I'll just leave my phone in the truck. This camping trip's the perfect time to unplug. I'm staying on this Indian burial ground and check out this dumb human skull that I found. What could go wrong now? What could go wrong now? I love to hike out. Wait till I tell my friends I use the human skull as my own personal urine.
I will
That was
say,
it.
sometimes you know what YouTube commenters are going to notice that's wrong with your video. You know, like, I took my wedding ring off for that shot and I forgot to do it for this shot. Oh, like I did it with this hand on one take and I did it with this hand on the other take. I screwed that up.
You didn't think about the PS4 controllers.
I didn't see the PS4 controller coming, and now I'm honestly disappointed with myself that I did not anticipate that problem.
Sure. So I hope you guys liked it. That's just a taste of, we showed maybe half the song there of what could go wrong now, otherwise known as people in horror movies are dumb. So we'll hit you with a link to that in a minute.
Are we missing audio?
You
And
know,
Or did
it really does fit the people being dumb characters though, because they're so dumb that they have not even turned on their PS4. You know what I mean? It's not just about like running away from people and doing responsible things. It's also just about their daily lives. They're kind of like in
that's a good point. Like the same person who wouldn't call the cops when they heard their window shatter also maybe would forget to turn their controller on.
I love this theory that you call your friend up for the weekend like, hey, my parents are going out of town. Want to come over, drink beer in my parents' basement, and hold my PS4 controller?
I love this
Yeah,
idea.
that was fine. That was fine. We did the right thing in the video.
Yeah. And you guys can hear us good, right? All of us have crispy audio. Just making sure. Let us know and also start hitting us with those song suggestions. And we will kick off garbage song number 1.
Yeah, it's time for our first suggestion.
I think we're ready to get into it. Last week we did all spooky songs, but today is literally Halloween, so we don't mind more spooky suggestions. That's no problem.
Or they could be about El Dia de los Muertos. They could be about what else happens? All Saints Day, November 1st. What does that celebrate? Saints, I guess.
Yeah, all the saints. Yeah. I just saw a couple comments about the audio. The audio is going to be a little bit hotter in the videos just because we mastered it. But we might be able to bring up the volume on this stream here, so it's not quite so different from the video to the stream audio. But let's read some suggestions here. Robots taking over the world? Sure.
I saw Killer Potatoes or something.
I saw
along those
serial
lines.
killer, but with a C, not with an SE.
Okay, I see what they did there.
Okay. Termite control. So lots of things that involve death and eating your possessions. Mm-hmm. Closely related.
Yeah, Lead Boo says, spookiest theme of all, being alone on Halloween. Wow. Oh, sort of like a Valentine's Day fear transposed onto Halloween.
Is it spooky because you're just lonely, or spooky because it's scary? You know what I mean? Like you usually like being alone, but on Halloween there are all these creepy people with masks showing up to your house.
Yeah, that's a great point.
Cannibalistic potato. Okay, this potato is kind of more. Was this the same person or a different person? Potato that's morphing into a mere killer to a killer that eats other potatoes and kills potatoes.
Yeah.
If you're gonna be the killer of cannibalistic food, I feel like a potato, you'd really be able to rationalize it better as the potato because there's so many different types of potato. You know, if you were a steak that ate other steaks, you'd be like, wow, I'm really eating myself. But if you're a mashed potato eating a French fry, you'd be able to convince yourself, like, this is a totally different entity, a totally different species than me, mashed potato.
Oh, that's very detailed.
It'd be pretty
Honestly,
weird, though.
I
It'd be
I
like-
read it as just the potatoes eating me, a person.
Be like us eating bonobos.
Oh.
Mike Myers as Michael Myers. That reminds me of that scene in Baby Driver when the dude accidentally gets like Austin Powers masks to rob the bank, which still obscured their faces, so it served the purpose.
Potato covered in cheese and bacon, devouring its own toppings. Okay. Feels like I see a lot of momentum for potatoes here, guys. Like
The potatoes are just flying in. All right,
Yeah.
then let's go with that.
yeah. Let's see what comes out with when we work on some cannibal potatoes in Dia de los Muertos.
Wow. Some bubbles are flying in thanks to Glinjamin.
Nice timing.
That's in the super chat. And every time you super chat us, this bubble machine turns on.
If Evan gets electrocuted, it's Glenjamin's fault.
Doggone it.
It's
you
like
guys,
we're living in
please.
the future.
It's Halloween. I haven't even been trick-or-treating yet. Please
I will
don't
say,
electrocute me yet. Just give me
Glinjamin,
another hour,
if your
please.
goal was to electrocute Evan, I know you might not succeed at that, but you did ruin my cup of coffee by spewing bubbles into it. So at least you got that going for you.
Yeah.
Got kind of a Frank Ocean vibe here.
Frank Ocean, you gotta have falsetto.
Potato, potato.
Is that the voice? Do potatoes have high voice because they're like small?
Yes,
They're
exactly.
like this big, so their vocal cords are like tiny.
Potato.
I need a character name.
My name is Petey, and I'm a potato.
I'm just gonna get this rhyme out of the way because we can't do a whole song without it.
And my best friend is Tyler. He's a tomato.
Sorry.
We live in a fridge where it's nice and cool and cozy. But one day something happened, and then Tyler ate my toesies. We are best friends, but we are also food, you know. So we can't help it if we look at each other up and down, and then we go. I wanna eat that. 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 Ooh, my name is Petey, and I'm a potato.
Echo.
I'm a potato. Woo! And my main hobby is to kill people wherever they go. Wherever they go. Woo! I'm so cute, people may not know that I'm evil. That I'm evil. Woo! But my main hobby is to be killing people. To be killing people. And also potatoes. I'm Petey. Oh, the potato. Potato. I kill people wherever they go. Wherever they go.
Woo! And remember, you can drop us rhymes. Just sit on Rhyme Zone in another tab, or think of rhymes and drop them our way in the chat. We can drop them in another chorus or verse.
Okay. You might think, how could I be killed by a potato?
I did think that.
That's a very unassuming vegetable. But one of my gifts is the gift of camouflage. Sometimes I look like a French fly, sometimes just like a mashed potato blob. My name is Petey, and I'm a potato. I'm a potato. And my main hobby is to kill people wherever they go. Wherever they go. I'm so damn cute, people might not know I'm evil. But my main hobby is to murder people. And also potatoes.
Oh wait, that was too low.
And also potatoes.
Petey has a high voice. I lay in the dirt to eat a squirt. Wait, what does that mean, Decaf? That's a quality rhyme. I'm just wondering what it means. If that ends up like
ask what it means.
that ends up in the video, people are just gonna be confused, but in a good way.
I lay in the dirt and eat a squirt. I lay in the dirt and eat a squirt. I lay in the dirt and eat a squirt. Ooh, I lay in
Oh, a squirt isn't a
Ketchup.
Could be a small child, I guess.
I was thinking ketchup because you want the potato wants the ketchup, the squirt of ketchup. I want to eat that.
I may be a potato, but I got a killer falsetto. So mash up pal, go to San Diego. Thanks, Alejandro, for that quality final rhyme.
And
Oh, bravo.
Dylan SH or Dylan whatever your name is, thanks for flying in with those super chats. That's what turned on the bubble machine. It's what turned on our cool disco lights. Kind of a cool combination when they're both on. I'm not sure that's ever happened before.
Just-
Dylan or Dylan SH, whichever your name is.
That's true. When the disco lights hit the bubbles, we're at max garbage songs. Help us out, people.
When you
And
got
hit us.
pink and purple bubbles flying around. I saw one suggestion that it made me giggle in the middle of the song while I was looking for lyrics, and it was, I don't know if we want to like go too hard into Halloween, but it was closing your door on people dressed up for like a Fortnite. You know,
Yeah, that's a good suggestion.
If somebody's coming in doing the floss with the tomato head,
I like just
you
the
shut
just
your
the
door.
idea that you have certain costumes that are in or out,
And
you're
then
just
you do a
very-
celebratory dance.
You're very opinionated.
So last week, guys, 10/24, we did 4 songs. We do this every week. We take 4 suggestions. We write 4 songs out of them. Technical difficulties. We wrote Death by Halloween. We wrote It Was Raisins, about the scariest thing that can happen to you on Halloween, getting raisins in your trick-or-treat bag. And what could go wrong in a horror movie. That's what we ended up doing. But that was then. This is now.
This is now.
Those are last week garbage song suggestions. So 1031, our first suggestion of the night was a potato cannibal.
Potato Cannibal. That's
you
song
can-
number 1. Now, if you guys need to leave the stream,
Potato
I don't
Cannibal.
recommend that you do so, but you can vote now. You can go vote for song number 1 right now and then change your vote later. We have a tendency to crowd vote the 4th song just because that's when most people are in the stream voting. But if you want, you can vote for song now and change your vote later.
But please don't, because then we would be forced to make a stop motion video involving a potato.
Oh, wow. Oh.
Hello back to Russia.
bad.
Shout out to people from Russia watching now. We've noticed lots of captions in Russian come in, so thanks for those. Probably allow our videos to be less esoteric and more understandable in Moscow.
Yep. Thanks for all the super chats, guys. Against super chats, we'll turn on the disco lights or the bubbles and possibly electrocute whoever's sitting closest to the bubble machine.
AKA Andrew.
Now
RIP.
we're getting into our second garbage song suggestion. I'm just scoping these suggestions out. I see.
A song about being the IT guy on the Death Star. Mm-hmm. Just like think about all the janitors, all the IT guys.
Yeah, they
all the,
died too.
All the psychiatrists who were there, like treating the PTSD that the stormtroopers have. They're all murdered.
Yeah.
Cactus dodgeball, a piano that plays people.
A piano that plays people. That is kind of Halloween-y.
Yeah.
It's kind of like the Matrix, you know, how robots used our brains for energy, and now the pianos are using us for their pleasure.
Yeah.
Yeah. PewDiePie versus T-Series. We've gotten that request a lot.
Really?
That's the channel I believe that's about to pass PewDiePie as the most subscribed channel on YouTube.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow, this is a very YouTube-centric suggestion. Yeah, like, can you imagine doing a whole song just about, like, subscriber gain was going up. I checked Social Blade.
All right, so that's our second
Yeah, so
song.
that's our second song.
That's our
That
second
was
song
it.
today.
We call that a songlet. That was our first songlet. Thank you.
Dylan SH or Dylan please, before you keep super chatting, it's just let us know how to correctly pronounce your name so we can thank you properly.
Yeah, type it in. Sympathetic resonance.
is it-
TikTok.
Yeah, is it initials or is it the way we should be pronouncing it? We need to know.
Llama stealing candy song. Is this related to Fortnite llamas, or is it just normal llamas?
Like Llama Llama Red Pajamas. Monster
your-
Soccer Moms?
cheap costumes versus slutty costumes.
Blooby Dooby, I do know some Wolfpack.
What if it's cheap and slutty? I'm sure there are some $30 slutty costumes out there.
Boom, boom, boom.
That's all you get. The squirrel that is always watching me. Ah, that's a good one. Famous dead people. Sounds like a nice listicle.
Pineapple-colored
Pineapple-colored socks. Okay, what faves do you guys have so far? I tell you, the one that's really pricked me. I haven't seen a lot of people sort of jumping on it in support, but Piano Playing Me is just really. Mm-hmm. It doesn't seem like a rich suggestion, but as soon as I read it, it's like I started just reflecting a little bit on my own life, and made me think. Let's just see what happens. I'm sitting at home playing piano once again.
Like you do.
And it's got me feeling free. I took a look in the mirror then, and I discovered that the piano is playing me. The piano is playing me. Piano is playing me.
I didn't even know that I had keys or a sustain pedal.
It's working, guys.
You killed Andrew with the
Dylan, you are.
Dylan.
It's working, Dylan. You electrocuted Andrew.
Andrew inhaled the bubbles. R.I.P.
Invited my high school friends over for a snack, so that we could relax and see which one of us was the best one at evading the storm. But soon we found out that Fortnite was playing me. Oh yeah, I wasn't playing Fortnite, Fortnite was playing me. I wasn't playing Fortnite, Fortnite was playing me.
I should have noticed when I was running away from a purple storm frantically every day that I wasn't playing Fortnite, Fortnite was playing me. I'm Petey the potato still, by the way, as you can tell by my falsetto.
I like this cross-song integration.
Yeah, it's like South Park when like the changes in the episodes actually affect future episodes.
I was thinking of it more as like a Marvel DC crossover, but I see what you're going for.
Yeah, I like the Marvel analogy, where Petey the Potato is not just relevant for one movie. In Ant-Man, suddenly he's just like flying in for like one fight. But like, hey, I'm Petey the Potato. Remember me? Watch my movie. Bye. You know what I'm talking about. Oh, let me tell you a story. Well, I was running around town buying properties. I was spending all my money getting Oriental Parkway. That's the wrong name for the thing, isn't it?
Good enough.
And I bought some railroads. It seemed like an unusual thing, but I did it still. But then I noticed that Monopoly was playing me. Oh, I noticed Monopoly was playing me.
Oh, yeah.
I thought this was real life, but it's a simple form of the Matrix where I'm on a giant board game. I noticed that Monopoly was playing me. I knew this was capitalism, but I didn't know I was just literally a pawn on a giant game. I thought I was living a normal human life.
She came over to my house, said she wanted to sell me some cosmetics, but really she wanted me to join her team. She said this was an amazing investment opportunity, but really capitalism was playing me. Was multi-level marketing, yes, capitalism was playing me. I didn't know what I was getting into. Capitalism was playing me. All my
Not
profits.
to interject, but I don't think that's capitalism. It's just a Ponzi scheme.
I thought it was an investment, but it was a Ponzi scheme. Oh, yeah. I thought it was an investment, but it was a Ponzi scheme. Thank you.
So watch out for those Ponzi schemes.
Yeah, that suggestion was the piano was playing me.
Unexpected lesson from the piano was playing me.
Oh, boy.
I like how, that went through the different things that can play you.
It was sort of existential at first, and then ultimately
Got very
just a little
specific.
financial advice. Yeah, very specific.
Super specific.
I'm gonna have to go back to the tape, but I think the bubble I inhaled. The crazy thing about it is, I think it might have gone in my nose, just in my nose, down my windpipe.
So you guys may not be able to see the bubble machine. We've got it suspended right next to Andrew's head. So when the bubbles get ejected right to the right of his face here, they're directly in the sort of prevailing winds and the area of his inhalation. So he's very likely to draw them in his nose. I thought it was going to be death by electrocution because he's next to all these cables and so on and so forth. But it seems like, just empirically speaking, it seems like we're going to kill Andrew actually through bubble suffocation. So
Asphyxiation.
keep it up.
Choking on bubbles is like a lot worse than choking on just like water. Like you think about like when you accidentally choke on your own spit, which is really embarrassing, but it happens like once every 2 months.
What?
Yes,
No,
yeah,
it
sure.
That never happens to you, Michael?
Yeah, you just accidentally get
You
too
just,
much
like,
saliva.
accidentally, like are walking down the street and you just like take a breath in the wrong way and just like
Whoa.
not even a loogie, but just like a drop of saliva goes down your windpipe and you're like.
I got a lot of problems in my.
This-
Well, I
I
got a
need to
lot of
hang out with you
problems
more
with that. I got 99 problems, but that ain't one.
But I feel like this was. You'd think that this would be as bad as that because it was an equal amount of liquid, but it was way worse, presumably because it's some slick base I'm sliming around my throat.
And it's so dang cute, a bubble, that you really don't suspect it. So it really feels kind of like when Petey the potato kills you. It's really a twist, and you feel betrayed. It's like this guy was a cute little potato or bubble. And now,
So, Kirsten Coburn is asking what she missed, and it's the perfect time for that because we're halfway through the stream.
Thanks for the question,
I'll
Kirsten.
put a line here. We're in our 5th ever Garbage Songs stream. We're gonna improvise 4 songs based on 4 perfect suggestions from you guys. We've already done 2. Potato Cannibal and The Piano Was Playing Me. And we're looking for a 3rd and a 4th suggestion from you guys. And then you guys get to vote on what song we're going to update, we're going to revise, and we're going to make into a whole music video.
Now, as a special Halloween treat, we're going to screen just a minute of our latest video on Shmoyoho, which is a Halloween special happy sad song, a sad, spooky version of the 80s classic, Girls Just Want to Have Fun.
and y'all have been asking for Sarah. Well, here is a video of just Sarah. So you can search it, Spooky Girls Want to Have Fun, and we'll show you a minute now.
I come home in the morning light. My mother says, when you gonna live your life?
our third and fourth suggestion of garbage songs. That was our new version, happy sad version, spooky version of Girls Just Want to Have Fun.
And our first sad song or happy sad song since we did All Star last summer. If you haven't seen that, just
Wow,
search
I guess that's right.
All Star in a minor key on Shmo Yoho.
Yeah, go watch the full video on Shmo Yoho. Girls Just Want to Have Fun, the spooky version. So we're checking out suggestions for our third garbage song. Keep in mind, you can always vote for songs 1 or 2 up in the card on your stream. Now, I saw one that said, that kind of tickled me a minute ago, that said depressed dictators, and a similar one that was like Nigerian prince being misunderstood. And of course, Nigerian prince could just be a prince, but I always think of them as with the email scams and stuff.
Yeah.
You know?
So if they're understood, you mean they actually are rich and want you to stash their $1 million?
Right, I guess. Right, they're trying to get their money out of the country. You know? That's sort of like similar to like, oh, I'm a dictator and I control everything, but listen, people just don't get me, and it's hard for me to get out of bed.
Lobsters are unionizing. I don't know why, but that tickles me with its specificity.
Yeah, nice suggestion from Snack Patrol.
You know, if all the lobsters in the world just attacked us, would we be able to survive? I'm not sure.
Yeah,
I think we'd be able to.
I think we probably win. Surely there are not 7 billion lobsters in the world, right? And every one human could take out one lobster, right?
How many lobsters would it take to kill one human if they unionized? Like 10 lobsters? 20 lobsters?
I don't know. There's just not. I mean, like it hurts if you get pinched, but it's just not very strong.
Yeah, it depends on if you're underwater or on land, because you would always win on land. It would take like 1,000 to beat you. Well, in the water, it wouldn't take that many.
Right. Yeah, probably just 2.
Yeah.
If they go for your eyes and your crotch, you're toast.
Yeah, you're
We have an election day suggestion, which is voting for the wrong person by accident. I like the idea of doing an election day song, since it is election day here in the United States this week.
Yeah. On Tuesday, please go vote, everyone. Right? You're all 18.
Or if you're not, you probably have a grandmom who is 18 by now,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Drive her
Grandma's
to the
going up
polls. Get her to take you in the voting booth.
Use that free Lyft ride. Apparently, they're giving people free or cheap rides, depending on where you live. So you can't say, I don't have a car.
You guys want to sing about some lobsters?
Let's do it. Oh, potatoes, lobsters, anthropomorphic pianos. We got it all here. Remember to keep dropping us rhymes. Think about lobsters. What rhymes with lobsters? What rhymes with various aspects of lobsters?
Yeah, different things that lobsters do.
And you can help us write the lyrics. Ooh. Oh, I love being a lobster because we're immortal. I'll bet you didn't know that. We're immortal. But I hate it when we go up through the water portal. Through that mysterious portal. Because when we travel up to the sky, well, it generally means that we're about to die. Oh, so it's time to unionize. Make a union. Make a union. Time to unionize. So everyone stop what you're doing. Stop what you're doing.
It's time for a crustacean, unionizing, elating, movement to spread over the bottom of the sea. Bottom of the sea. 'Cause when all of us crustaceans, when we go when we go on vacation, that's the euphemism for death. Thanks for the crustacean vacation rhyme. Because that vacation to the sky, well, it's not a vacation. We're going up there to die. And I have no doubt that we're quite delicious. But I'd much rather be alive
I'd rather be with us, yeah. Have a crustacean demonstration. Gotta have a crustacean demonstration instead of a vacation. Euthanization instead of euthanization. The nation. These are like the best rhymes yet. Thanks, guys. Woo, let's do it again. Oh, gotta have a station demonstration. Have a crustacean demonstration instead of a vacation. Euthanization. Woo! Yeah, this is dark, but at least it sounds happy.
We need like a big coda here.
Okay. Coda's like the end of the song. So drop us those good final thoughts and rhymes.
Cause it's time for all of us lobsters to stop being under the thumb of those New England mobsters.
We gotta keep control instead of becoming a lobster roll. Although I've heard they are great, I would still rather be awake. Oh, why don't you go kill a non-immortal animal? Because when you're eating a crab, you're only depriving a very few years that they have. But when you're killing a lobster, you're stealing 100 years of vivacious experience and existence.
So don't do it. Bravo. Great suggestion. I learned a lot.
Bravo to you guys. Those were great rhymes.
Man, I was really trying to think of something with like dinner or supper or lunch that brought it back around to like, why eat something for dinner that's gonna live forever? That it was like close for me, but it
Listen,
wasn't.
hindsight's 20/20 in a
Yes,
garbage song. I always walk away from these with like a million rhymes
but-
about like, oh, living in the tank.
But
no
that's what this week is for. We're gonna take all the things that we almost said but didn't quite have right. We're gonna take some of your suggestions that we missed in the live chat. We're gonna go back and look at them, and we're gonna take one of these 4 songs and make it an even more perfect song this week. So we've got 3 in the can. We're gonna add one more. Then you can vote.
Ready
It's
for
either
your
gonna be
final
Potato
suggestion.
Cannibals, Piano is playing me, Lobster Union. And you can go into the card. There's a card up top. You click the little eye, and there's 4 options. Option number 1 is the potato. Option number 2 is the piano is playing me. Option number 3 is the lobster. So you've got to vote on one of those options or the 4th song that we're looking for a suggestion for right now.
If you think of a rhyme after the song, as somebody just said, you can go on this unlisted stream. Just throw it in the comments, and if
pitch it in there.
if that song wins and it really fits the arc, the story arc,
Yeah, we will
should
use
drop
that.
it in. You want to swap out, Evan, so you can focus on Vox? Or do you wanna
we'll
stay in the
switch
seat?
for one.
Okay.
I saw a great suggestion I thought was funny, which is Kim Jong-un starts to wonder if he's wrong. Just the idea of Kim Jong-un wandering around his big palace and just sort of like, just wondering, am I the baddie?
Yeah. Am I the baddie?
Have I been the baddie this whole time?
Have I been the baddie this whole time?
Uh,
Have I been the baddie this whole time? Me, little old Kim Jong-un.
Yeah.
am
Me.
I
He's got that
bad?
accent for
Yeah.
sure.
Have I? This whole time sitting up here in my palace thinking I'm doing good for the world, enslaving my people, throwing them in some prisons and stuff, not allowing free speech and all that. Was that bad?
Do a song about cheese and how making it is a surprisingly difficult task. I
I
like
like that
that.
suggestion earlier. Andrew's our resident cheese expert.
I did make cheese. I worked as a cheesemaker for 3 months, and I will say that one of the frustrating parts of that was that the cheesemaker I was working for had been in business for 5 or 6 years. I spent 3 months making the same cheese every day, and I never got to try it because it's a cheese that needed to age for 10 years.
Wow.
None of that cheese was ready from even when he started his business. So I never knew what any of those tums tasted like. That was the name of the cheese, a tum.
Yeah, Andrew made goat cheese. Goat cheese is the best.
It is.
And, in some places in the States, at least, goat cheese kind of becomes illegal because you're supposed to have, there are lots of regulations for milk and cheese. And you need to, buy a lot of equipment to actually, meet that. But how can you make goat cheese if you got, 2 goats and you can't buy a huge machine?
Yeah, this guy's cheese was illegal, let me tell you. And his cheese was even illegal in France, which tells you what a rogue operation he was running.
If your cheese is illegal in France, that is a bad MFing cheese.
It was pretty messed up.
AKA
honestly.
good. Bad like Michael Jackson bad.
Oh, Glenn, thanks for hitting
Glenn.
with those bubbles.
A little extra cheddar from Benjamin.
I think 2 or 3 more super chats, and we're finally gonna lose Andrew.
I'm gonna have to wash my outfit after this, guys.
And he's finally gonna be
Call
dead.
the
It's
call
so
the dry
soapy.
cleaner.
You got to wash that soap out with soap. Government conspiracy using cheese, goats versus cows, and the epic battle of cheese. Lame hobbies like stamp collecting. I do sometimes have questions. That's like such an iconic hobby. It's like what people think of with hobbies for some reason. But you do wonder, who is bird watching? Who is collecting?
I feel like stamp collecting is really expensive too. You're spending all this money on something that is what?
You could say that about any collecting
Guess so.
hobby, right? If you're into Magic the Gathering cards, it ain't cheap.
That's true.
Yeah. Yeah, even
At least you get to play with them. At least you get to touch them. You can't touch your stamps.
What would you guys rather have, a stamp collection or a collection of Fortnite skins? Because, if people stop playing Fortnite, you just got all these tomato head skins. What do you do with them? But you might have the stamps, and you're like, now I hate stamps, but I can mail stuff with it. I'm over my stamps.
That's true. It's very useful.
That's honestly how I felt about my rock collection at age 15, except I couldn't mail anything with it.
Yeah. But you
Yeah.
could hit people with it.
That's a good point. No, because it was in a soft cardboard box.
Guys, I'm not sure what direction we're going to take this in, but cheese is overwhelming the chat suggestions here. I feel like we have to go in that direction. And
They're like, no.
yeah, no Fortnite
No
pulls.
Fortnite songs.
No Fortnite pulls, they all say.
They've already got enough. We hear you.
Yeah.
We hear you, dog. Okay, so there is a big movement for cheese, but what direction should we take the cheese in? Okay, now Fashion's saying cheese is not entertaining. You mean that's like the idea for a song, or you're saying don't do a cheese song because that song would be boring?
Okay, I got. Let's see what comes out here, Michael. Give me about 4 bars here.
Okay,
what vibe we're in.
let's cook up. Let me try a progression now. Let me know what you think.
Okay.
Do this ascending thing. Give you a little time, not too fast.
Sitting in my castle, everything's to myself. Life is easy as you please. That's what you might think it's like to be Kim Jong-un. But I'd rather be out in the barn making cheese. I wanna be a cheesemaker. There is nothing better. Spend my days up to my neck in Roquefort and cheddar. Let my people rot in prison. There is nothing that might hurt her. I'll keep living in my closet, dreaming of Limburger. I just wanna be a cheesemaker. Oh yeah. I don't even wanna be this old dictator. Oh yeah. Oh, my name might be Kim Jong-un, but I'd rather be known as Cheese One.
Back to the verse.
Hit us with those rhymes.
Andrew, take us back to Perpignan.
Oh, I don't know. I'm feeling good about Kim Jong-un. I like this. Yeah, I've got a couple warheads, but what's really important to me? It's lounging around drinking wine with Brie.
I got accused at the United Nations of being a human rights cheater. What they didn't know is that I make an incredible homemade Velveeta. There's no such thing as a homemade
I just like the
Velveeta.
idea of an artisanal Velveeta.
If Kim Jong-un discovered that, I think he would be welcomed back in to global circles.
A thing that might surprise you about me is though I hate Americans. What's my favorite type of cheese? Well, it is American.
Okay, I really appreciate it. I wanna be a cheesemaker. Don't wanna be this old dictator. Won't you please set me free into a heavenly world of cheese? There's an amazing series of cheese puns and rhymes going in chat. Please keep them up. If you guys can just, I think the best possible rhymes you guys can drop, we'll go around for one more spin on this verse, is a specific type of cheese, your cheddars, your Limburgers, your Goudas, and rhyme with those. That's where we need to go. Pepper jack rhymes with what? You follow me
Yeah.
here?
Yeah,
we go.
what rhymes with burrata?
Stigmata, I guess, is the first thing I thought of.
Yeah.
Let's take it to hook.
I wanna be a cheesemaker. Don't wanna be this old dictator. Won't you please help me, please realize my dream of making cheese? My name might be Kim Jong-un, but I'd rather be known as cheese number one.
Going to school in the Alps was bliss because I got to eat so much Swiss.
No, I'm back in Korea and cheese here stinks. You know what I mean? Everyone's in prison and we're oppressing them. They never learn the dairy arts.
Yeah. People tell me I have a big ego, but it's just 'cause I make such good manchego.
You know I'm the ultimate millennial because I grew into a bisexual. I wanna be a cheesemaker. Don't wanna be this old dictator. Won't you help me please realize my dream of making cheese?
To the 6.
My name might be Kim Jong-un, but I just wanna be cheese number one. Whoa. My name is Kim Jong-un, cheese number one.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys.
That
Thank
was
you.
a song about wanting to be
That was
a
a
cheese
truly great
maker.
song. We're on the precipice of a torrent
Provolone,
of cheese
and I'm
puns.
all alone.
Except
Oh,
provolone,
that's
I'm all alone. Just
good.
keep them coming.
Here in my dictatorial palace, I'm all alone.
As soon as we close this stream and send you guys all off to trick or treat the world over, this video is gonna go. The capture of this stream is gonna go live on our second channel, the Gregory Brothers. Please plop in there as these puns arrive in your brain. You're gonna be thinking about it all night. You're gonna be at your Halloween parties, but you're thinking about provolone all alone. Jump in there, leave us the rhymes, and we're gonna come back next week with a delicious result.
Hit it with us on Twitter. If you're one of our patrons on Patreon, hit us up on the Discord chat.
So
You've
now
got
is the time
4.
you get into the vote.
You've got 4 songs to choose from in the card. Number 1 is Potato Cannibal. Number 2 is Piano Was Playing Me. Number 3 is Lobsters Unionizing. And number 4 is Cheesemaker featuring Kim Jong-un.
Kim Jong-un. Thanks for a great episode of Garbage Songs. Great suggestions. Happy Halloween coming from
Happy Halloween!
Evan, otherwise known as Evita, otherwise known as Tinky Winky, sidekick, of course, to Schmo Dameron.
Schmo Dameron.
And Andrew, dressed up as homeless Ernest Hemingway. Thanks for joining us.
Bubble victim Hemingway.
Bubble victim Hemingway. We almost killed him this week. Fly in there in that
And we
super chat.
Still might die because the floor here is very slippery right now.
Andrew's base cable is dangerously near the bubble machine. Thanks again, folks. Thanks for being a fan. Please,
We'll drop a
if
link
you'd like
to
to
the
support
new
Garbage
video.
Songs, become a member of our channel. You can hit the join button over on Shmoyoho, or you can join us on our Patreon. You get all sorts of perks, and most importantly, you get all of our music for free. Take us out, Michael.
1, 2, 1, 2.
It's Garbage Songs. Yeah, it's Garbage Songs. Oh, yeah. It's Garbage Songs. You kick it off and help out with the words, and we'll make the worst songs that you've ever heard. Oh, it's Garbage Songs. Yeah, yeah. It's Garbage Songs. Happy Halloween. Yeah, it's Garbage Songs. You kick it off and help out with the words, and we'll make the worst songs that you ever heard. It's so spooky. It's Garbage Songs. Yeah, yeah. It's Garbage Songs. Whoa, 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 yeah, 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 yeah. I'm Petey the Potato. Spooky, yeah, I got a thirst for blood. It might be spooky. It might be spooky today. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Hey, 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 Halloween. Happy, 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 happy.